Sports betting set to legalize in the state of Arizona on September 9th, and right now, nothing much bigger than the Phoenix Mercury's groundbreaking partnership with Bally's Corporation, set for 15 years, and a lot going on around the team as well. To help us dig in a little bit more on what this means, not just in the world of sports gambling, but also in the world of just what's going on in the Valley, it is our pleasure to bring in the Chief Operating Officer of the Phoenix Mercury, Vince Kozar, along with us. And Vince, glad to have you along with us on the show today. And really, I just want to step in quickly on what the world of sports gambling means for Arizona. Top market, so many teams. How do you see sports betting coming to Arizona, changing the way that we operate here in the Valley?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks so much for having me. Like you said, it's a great time to be affiliated with basketball in any capacity in the state of Arizona, whether you work in it, play it, or a fan of it. So thanks for having me. To your question, I think it starts with just the vision that the state has had, that the legislators and the governor had to bring sports betting to Arizona. The impact that it can have on our economy, on our teams, and on the way fans engage with our teams is really, really exciting. And so I think what we know is that as these teams build relationships with these companies outside of our state, and those companies bring in retail books and mobile sports betting books to our state, fans in the state and all Arizonans are going to have a great opportunity to engage with these properties.
And I know that some people just aren't into sports betting, and that's fine, but this is going to change not just sports betting in Arizona. This deal that the Mercury have put together is going to impact the fans, the players. It's going to impact the city of Phoenix entirely. So can you take me through what exactly this partnership changes outside the world of gambling?
I think what's really exciting for us as a team and for this market is this is a game changer economically for the Mercury organization. We have a sustainable business model. We've been here for 25 years. This is season 25. We're one of the original teams. So by no means is this something that's saving us. What this is doing is helping us to grow. And when we say grow, it means our ability to invest back into our business. It means the experience of the fans. And long term, it really does mean the experience of the players. You know, is this a trigger? Does this tomorrow mean female athletes in the state of Arizona make more money than they did yesterday? It doesn't mean that. What it means is the economics of this deal change the economics of our league. And what I've said previously is we are the first to do this. This is the first sports betting deal of its kind with a women's professional team in any market, in any league. We're the first to do this, but we don't want to be the only one to do this. And as we continue to grow the revenues of our league, which we continue to see over the course of the last 10, but especially 5 years, as we continue to grow those revenues, eventually we start changing the economics for the players as well.
And this is just part of a monumental season for the WNBA as a whole right now. And like you mentioned, you don't want to be the only team to have these kinds of partnership and have this kind of growth. And I'm pretty sure that others see what's happening and they want to follow along and try to do it themselves. But Vince, how do you see the WNBA trending and growing?
You know, we've seen it across platforms. No matter how you measure it, the growth is there. And that's easy for me to say. It's easy for people to dismiss. This guy just shills for his team and his league, but the numbers back it up. We see it in TV ratings. We saw it all through the bubble last year. We're seeing it this year. You can also see it across social media, across the engagement that our athletes have, the engagement that our teams have. The stat that I like to quote that I saw during the women's tournament this year was that of the top 10 players in the Sweet 16 this year in the men's or women's tournament, the 8 with the biggest followings were women. So we see the growth across these areas, and we see it in merchandise. Everyone had an orange hoodie last year, and that's the best-selling single item on Fanatics on their website in their history. And that next frontier is this partnership space. And we have great partners, as you know. We wear Fry's on our jersey. We wear PayPal on our jersey. Verizon is on our practice jersey in our practice facility. And now we have Bally's in that top tier that we're calling our change makers that are really making a difference for our business.
And as you mentioned, it's just a great time to be a fan of basketball in the state of Arizona because obviously there's a little bit of championship fever going on around the area where you are. And I'm just really curious, when your roommates are having the success that they're having, does that kind of rub off on what's going on with the Mercury too?
It is the best relationship I could ask for across our organization. We have folks who work on both properties. Obviously, we share an arena, we share a practice facility. James Jones and is incredibly supportive. Chris Paul has come to games this year. He bought tickets for his parents to come to Friday's game. So the support has been incredible. But like you said, there is we're incredibly supportive of the Suns. The Rally the Valley T-shirt is always nearby. Our players are incredibly supportive. Devin is one of Diana's biggest fans, and vice versa is true as well. I think if anything, maybe there's a little jealousy, right? We've been to the top of that mountain, and we want to get back to the top of that mountain. So healthy jealousy, I would say. We're excited for the Suns, and then hopefully we'll make a long playoff run of our own later this summer.
Well, it's phenomenal to see what you guys are doing, not just at the WNBA, but at the Mercury. 3 Olympians later this summer once you guys head on over to Japan for the Olympic break. Vince, thank you so much for joining on to the show and taking us a little bit deeper into what's going on with the Mercury, the WNBA, because there's a lot trending upwards, and it's great to see what you guys are doing over there, Vince.
Appreciate the time. Thanks so much.